most important part for laundry is to have soft water, hot water, how to load the machines, and then how to dry. Lo más importante para hacer la lavandería es tener agua suave, agua caliente, cómo llenar las máquinas y cómo secar. Okay. Ustedes chequean el agua diario a ver si está suave. Okay. I'm going to leave this. Okay. This is a soft water test chart. So wait. This is a soft water test chart. Okay. And so con esto se chequea el agua. ¿Están familiares con esto? Yes, familiar with the soft water test kit?
I think generally they have the engineer here testing water.
You're going to want to put this in the laundry, assign a person that's on duty in the morning to test it and then record it.
Okay.
There's a hot and cold section in the month. This will last you a year. If you need more, I can give you more.
Okay, no worries.
Okay. To test, para testear el agua, si está suave, agarra uno de estos papelitos, you take one of these strips, and you run it in the hot and cold water. You want to do one for each. Uno para caliente y uno para frío. Okay? Y dejas que el agua corra, que caiga aquí y que se escurra por acá. You let the water run, you let it just run down here until it touches the grain. Just a little trickle. If you go too fast, it'll wipe the chemical off. Solamente un poquito, si el agua corre muy rápido, se lava el químico que dice que está durando. Después se mira estos colores y comparas este color con lo que está aquí. Si está anaranjado, está muy dura. Los números de arriba es lo importante, no de abajo. Abajo es partes por millón, arriba son granos de duras. So you match the color with the number on the top. That's grains. 0 to 25 grains of hard water, calcium and calcium, magnesium is what we don't want to see. Green is 0, which is what we love to see. Between 0 and 3, you're okay. If you're at 0 most of the time and it goes to 3, something is wrong. It's an indication. So when we see it on the chart, we see, okay, something is starting to go wrong. Maybe they ran out of salt. Maybe the head got stuck and it's not regenerating. Or maybe somebody went and charged their phone, unplugged it and forgot to plug it back in. That happens all the time. Algunas veces cuando cambia de 0 a 3 granos, es porque algo está pasando. Se acabó la sal, alguien lo desenchufó, la cabeza del sistema se ha atorado, no está funcionando, no regenera el agua. ¿Okay? Pero si se ve de 0 a 3, siempre estamos bien. Si siempre está 0 y va a 3, algo está pasando. De 3 llega a 7, y después 25, eso está malo. La ropa se pone gris. Ustedes todos han visto la ropa abajo, está medio gris, no está perfectamente blanca. You've all, nice to talk to you in Spanish. Now you've all seen downstairs that the linens are somewhat, they're not super bright. Some of them are a little gray, and that's because this is what's happening. But if we had a chart that we can refer to, we know when it happened, we know what to do with it. So it's important that somebody checks the water daily. Okay? So by having soft water as your primary objective for laundry, that is very important to maintain. Yes?
What if the person is testing it, say like it comes up that orange color for like 5 days in a row? Do we just leave it or do we?
No. If, a good rain system would be 0 to 3 or in the green. So the minute you see it going to the orange, immediately you report it.
Okay.
If you're used to seeing it at 0, okay, and it goes to 1.5 or maybe 3, immediately you want to report that because that means something is not right. Okay?
What if you have a property that's not going to run soft water?
Then you're not going to have the best results possible for your guests.
Right, but are you going to be, but you as Aqua Systems, will you be able to overcompensate for that, or there's no overcompensating with your
No. You could, but it gets very expensive. You'll have to start introducing oxide, and if you're going to introduce oxide, you might as well get a softener.
Okay.
A point of view softener, okay?
Entonces checa con agua caliente.
Y fría.
Primero caliente, luego frío.
No importa.
¿Un papelito para cada agua?
Un papelito para cada agua y aquí está en rojo para caliente y azul para frío. Dice hot y cold. No le hubiera puesto F por frío y o C por caliente. Ah, solamente caliente la H. Ok. Entonces, ¿ah? Okay. Entonces, lo importante, the most important is agua suave, soft water. Okay. And the next thing is hot water. You have to have hot water. When you're dealing with soiled linens and you're dealing with oils and stuff, cold water is not going to help out. You want hot water, so that's the second thing. The third thing, la segunda cosa es agua caliente. Tenemos que usar agua caliente si estamos tratando de quitar aceites, mugre, maquillaje. Agua fría no nos va a ayudar, tiene que ser agua caliente. ¿Okay? La tercera es cómo meter la ropa en las máquinas. ¿Cuántos libras? How many pounds are we using on this new?
You have
Yo-
I have 240s and an 80.
Ajá. ¿Cuántas libras ponen en la máquina de 80 libras? No sabemos, porque no tienen pesa.
No
Okay.
se usa tan bien.
¿Cómo sabes que tenemos suficiente ropa en la máquina? ¿Cómo se llena?
La dejamos un poco vacía, no muy llena, pero no muy vacía.
Okay. So the next issue is loading the machine. Okay. Loading the machine. An 80-pound machine, you can put 80 pounds of towels, that's 75 pounds of sheets. On a 40-pound machine, 40 pounds of towels, but 35 pounds of sheets. Máquina de 80 libras de toallas, pero 75 libras de sábanas nomás. La máquina de 40 de toallas, 35 de sábanas. Okay? Now, you don't have a weight card, so how do we know how much to put in there? Does anybody have an idea? No?
¿Y
Okay.
por qué va más de toalla? Porque la toalla es la que menos se limpia cuando está muy llena la lavadora.
¿Por qué ponemos más toallas y no menos sábanas? Las sábanas, porque son tan largas, se enredan mucho. Así es que queremos que tenga un poquito más de sitio.
Después que no se
Exacto.
Porque las toallas están muy apretadas, también salen más manchadas.
Ahí te vamos a explicar eso. Muy bien. So, if you don't have a weight card, which we have one available. Did you have a question about voting?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
So, if you don't have a weight card, we can make one available to you guys to try out. Okay. What you want to do is when you load the machine, if you leave a space on top the size of a basketball, that usually takes care of it. Okay. Si no, como no tiene la pesa, si dejan espacio arriba de la máquina del tamaño de una pelota de básquetbol, eso es normalmente suficiente. Y ahora, ¿cómo vamos a saber si estamos poniéndolo bien? La rotación. So how do we know if we have the right amount of linen? The rotation. Okay? If you look at the washer and you think of it as a clock, 12, 6, 3, and 9. Okay? Exactly like this. Okay? Si era un reloj, y el reloj es 12, 6, 3 y 9, okay? If you see this as a clock, si lo ven esto como un reloj, si la ropa está rotando así, nunca cae de 12 a 3, no hay espacio aquí, if there's no gap, and it's rotating, and there's not falling between 12, 3 and 4, it's too tight, es muy ajustado. No hay, muy llena, no hay acción mecánica. Ocupamos acción mecánica para que se distribuya la mugre y salga. We require mechanical action in order for the water, the soaps, the chemicals to be smashed against each other and then loosen up the dirt. So when it's too tight, that's not happening. It just keeps rotating. ¿Han visto algo así en sus lavadoras? Que está muy ajustado? Have you seen anything like this in your washers that is too tight?
I haven't paid enough attention to the washer going in circles.
You will now. So, this is the correct method. Este es el método correcto. Ahora hay espacio. Okay, no está tan, it's not too tight. And the linen is falling between 12, 3 and 4. And there's a gap here.
Entonces no había espacio.
No había espacio. Estaba muy apretado. Había comido mucha ropa. Okay. Ahora aquí tenemos más espacio. Está rotando, cayendo de 12 a 3 y 4. Algunas máquinas rotan en la otra dirección, así es que va a caer de 12 entre 9 y 8. Okay? Pero para entender, so to understand what we're talking about, you want to have the rotation, you want to have a gap. Okay, and the gap is going to create mechanical action. Some machines also rotate the opposite direction. So now we're going to be dropping from 12 between 9 and 8. Okay, if you see that, then you have plenty of room, plenty of space. The machine is properly loaded. The other direction here, too tight. Okay, so nothing's going to get clean. You're going to call Walt, and you're going to say, hey, Walt is your sales rep, and he says, hey, your chemicals are not working. No, the chemicals are working, it's just it's too tight. There's no mechanical action, nothing is getting clean. Okay? Okay, agua suave, agua caliente, cómo meter, ahora cómo secar. Especialmente las toallas. Las sábanas no es tan importante porque se van a secar. So we have soft water, how to load, now it's how to dry. Towels is important to dry properly. Sheets, they're going to dry, it's not a big deal. Okay? But your towels, you want to have, do you have 3-part? You have 3-part? Perfect. When you have 3-part, you guys know what 3-part is? Yeah. So 1 part is when all the rooms are full with all the linen. Un par es cuando todos los cuartos están llenos de todas la ropa, las sábanas, las fundas, toallas, etc. Okay? 2-part, the second part is either resting, ready in the closets, ready to go on to the rooms for the next day. Par 2 es cuando las ropas están descansando, listas en los cuartos, en las closets, listas para entrar a los cuartos después que salen los huéspedes. Part 3 is in the laundry getting washed. Okay? The good thing about that is while you're washing and then you're drying and you leave the towels just slightly damp, and they're folded and they put to rest, they're going to get real fluffy and absorbent the next day. That's the beauty of 3-part. You can do it with 2-part, okay, which you guys have 2.5 now. What?
No.
No.
Okay, good. Cuando tenemos los 3 pares, podemos lavar, secar las toallas y sacarlas un poquitito, húmedas, poquitito nomás. Y después se doblan, se dejan descansar. El próximo día van a salir esponjosas y absorbentes, bien absorbentes y suaves, súper suaves. Okay. Cuando sacamos las toallas secas, bien secas de las secadoras a los cuartos, ahí estos se ponen tiesas y duras. Algunas veces dicen, oh, ¿por qué no le ponemos más suavitel? Si le pongo más suavitel, no van a ser absorbentes. El agua va a correr. Sometimes you guys, when people ask us to put in more softener on the towels to make it softer, but it doesn't work that way. It actually works against it. It's like a Scotch guard. Now they become non-absorbent. So it's all how you dry. You don't want to over dry the towels. No queremos resecar las toallas. So what we're going to talk about now is exactly about this. En esta página, on this page, we're going to talk about the 90-10 rule. Vamos a hablar de la regla de 90-10. Okay? Some of you may not agree to this, but believe me, this has been very well thought out. Ustedes a lo mejor no están de acuerdo, pero está bien. De hecho, hemos pensado muy bien esto. Okay? La regla, the rule of 90-10, is 90% of the linens that come from the rooms are clean. Okay, they've just been slept on or they're wet like towels. Okay, 90% de las ropas, de las toallas, sábanas que vienen de los cuartos están limpias. Personas solamente han dormido en las sábanas o se han secado, se han bañado y se han secado. Okay? A veces. Cuando te bañas, ¿no? Sí. ¿Sí? Lo primero, a veces, los sábados nomás. Entonces, ya saliste de la ducha, estás toda mojada, agarras la toalla y ¿qué es lo primero que te secas? Agarras la toalla y traes la toalla y la cara. We were just asking, you know, when you take a shower, and I said, you do shower? She says, only on Saturdays. Okay? The first thing you do when out of the shower is you take your towel and the first thing you dry is your face. So the first impression is how it smells and how it feels on your face. And you want it to feel soft and it smells sanitized. And we don't want any body odors. We just want fresh, sanitized, a little bit of chlorine, you know, just fresh, sanitized, and soft. So, but you've already been in the shower, you already used soap, and so you're clean, and now you're dry. So your towel is not dirty. It's just wet. The sheets, the same thing. Most people wear pajamas. Your head, your hands, your feet, the only thing that touches the sheets. So they're really not dirty. You just changed them the day before. So they're clean. So 90% come clean. Some of the towels come really bad. People used to check their oil, clean their shoes, wipe some wine, maybe they threw up. Now those are really strong. That's at 10%. Okay? ¿Entendieron cuando está diciendo que las toallas están limpias, solamente mojadas, se bañan, se secan, ya estás limpio porque usaron jabón? Ella dice que a lo mejor yo no, pero sí, okay, las toallas mojadas.
Con la toalla.
No me baño con la toalla.
Sí,
Exacto.
nada más la mojan y se limpia.
Y se limpia.
Entonces, el baño.
Uy, el poco y todo. Entonces, 90% está limpia. Ese 10% que se limpia poco, está en parte del 10%, ¿no es cierto? Right? ¿No? Ok. Entonces, 90 está limpio. Vamos a lavar todo junto. 90% is clean. We're going to wash everything together. Okay? Now, we want you guys to use as little chemical as possible. Queremos que use poco químico. Así es que tengo que ver con. I have to speak to Walt still to find out about your formulas. Okay?
Right.
Okay, but what we want to see is that your regular formulas, let's say sheets and towels, we want to use as little chemical as possible because 90% are clean. So, for an example, don't take this as fact. For an example, the first chemical is your soil buster. Let's say we put in 5 seconds of soil buster. The blue is your premium power surge, is your soap, your detergent, we put in 3 seconds, and your bleach 5 seconds. Okay? That's a normal wash. Why do we want to use such little chemical? They're 90% clean. We don't want to waste water, we don't want to waste labor, we don't want to waste chemicals. We want to wash them for 30-35 minutes and get them out and dry. Okay? Como las sábanas, 90% de las toallas están limpias. Las fórmulas están así. Este es solamente un ejemplo. Entra el primer químico, que es el rojo, 5 segundos. El segundo químico es azul, 3 segundos. El cloro, 20. ¿Okay? Y se lava por 30-35 minutos. Pero voy a averiguar con Walt si las fórmulas están correctas. ¿Okay? Lo lavamos rápido para ahorrar mano de obra, ahorrar químicos, ahorrar agua, electricidad, todo. ¿Okay? Lo hacemos eso porque sabemos que están limpias. Tenemos que desinfectar a 50 partes por millón con el cloro. Eso es muy importante. We have to run the bleach and disinfection for 50 parts per million. We cannot go around that. We have to do that. Okay? Entonces, después que está lavada, la secan. Ahora están doblándolas y lo que se ve manchado se pone acostado. Okay? So this is how we're going to do it from now on. So you do your regular wash. As I explained, do whatever cycles you're using. And you're going to have some stains, usually 10%. That 10% you put it aside until you have enough to do either a 40-pound, I think you have...
I think you want to, we're not going to dry it. It's going to come out of the wash, and you're going to inspect it before you dry it.
Sometimes you can't see the stain until after it's dry.
Okay, because Walt said the other day he didn't want them to dry them. So we're getting a mix.
No, he's right in certain areas, because once the stain is set,
Okay.
through the dryer, it's more
Right.
difficult to come out.
So when they're taking it, right, so when they're taking it out,
If you see something,
right,
I mean, that's so
that's what I'm saying,
obvious.
you want them to set it aside before they dry it.
Yeah, but again, we're looking at saving time. So if you're sorting, you're wasting time. It's going to cost you much more labor. Okay, the procedure is get them in, get them out, dry them, fold them. When you see that they're dirty, then you put them aside. The amount of linen that you might want to separate may not be worth the actual separation. Okay, but that I'll leave it up to you guys. We're recommending just wash, dry, fold. When you see the stain at the fold, that's when you put it aside. Okay,
And that's what they do.
and try it for a while, and see if
I
that
think
works out
that's the
for
way
you
they
guys.
do it. I think
Okay.
that's the way they do it now.
It's been working for a lot of our clients. So the procedure is, so you wash your regular linens. What comes after it's dry, what comes yellow or black stains, you put it aside for washing, for reclaim. Okay. You continue on. When you have enough room, I think you only have room for the 80-pound or reclaim on the 80-pound, right?
No, I think you put it on both of them.
On all of them. So if you
Because you
have
told me to use four, you told me to use 4 on the 40 and 8 on the 80 of the Aqua.
six or eight.
8.
8, okay. Yeah, if you have programs on all 3 machines, you can use the 40-pounders or the 80-pounder. Okay. So so you just washed. You have some stains. You put it aside for a reclaim. You save enough for either 40 pounds or 80 pounds. When you have a full load, then you can do that. Now, once you do the reclaim and do it the way we show you, put a third 2 cups, a third 2 cups, okay, or on the big one, a third 2 cups until you reach the maximum. And then you wash them. What comes out clean goes back to circulation. What comes out dirty, do not rewash it again. Save it for me or Walt. Call me.
So what do you guys do different than what we've done?
Remember that I was explaining on a regular cycle, we said the 5-3-5
Right.
rule, right?
So you're going to increase
The reclaim, again, I'm exaggerating, the reclaim might be, the normal reclaim that you guys do might be a minute, 30 seconds, a minute. So therefore, more chemical, the linen expands wider, gets clean, and that's why more of the stains come out.
Okay.
Okay. Some cases, makeup, oils, stubborn stains, okay, wine, some cases like that. When we come in and do it, after we put in your powder, after we put in the machine has the program has asked for the chemical to go into the machine. After all is done, then manually I might add another minute. Okay, so therefore now with
You might do
the
a
soil
time
vessel,
change.
yes.
Okay.
Now, if once we're done with that and it doesn't come clean, those are the ones that become discards.
Okay.
Don't discard anything until we had a chance to clean them at least once.
Okay.
Okay? That should be the procedure that we like to impose for you guys. Try it for a month, 2 months, whatever you want to. See if it's working for you guys. Me and you will work together. Call me anytime, I'll come over. And we'll continue to reduce your linen replacement cost.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, lo que estamos explicando es que preferimos que hagan esto por un tiempo, 1 mes, 2 meses. Laven la ropa normal de la regla del 90-10, okay, en sus ciclos normales. Lo que sale sucio lo usan en reclamo del método que les voy a enseñar. Lo que sale sucio de ese reclamo los guardan para mí. Okay. Debbie, ustedes me pueden llamar, o Walter, nosotros venimos con su ayuda, nosotros lo lavamos y lo que sacamos limpio se puede poner de regreso a la circulación, lo que está sucio, eso ya es descartarlos. Okay. Para hacer el reclamo, okay, no sé si Walt les ha explicado que no se usa el polvo en todos los ciclos. Por ejemplo, el ciclo de toallas, el ciclo de sábanas, no es necesario ocupar el polvo. Solamente en el ciclo 8, ¿sabe reclaim?
8.
Solamente en el ciclo 8, ahí es donde le ponen el polvo. En la máquina grande, 8 tazas,
8 on our big one. I don't know.
okay, y le ponen 1/3 de la ropa, 2 tazas, 1/3, 2 tazas, 1/3, 2 tazas, 6 o 8 tazas
They're not
de-
on the side.
como lo que tienen en los cuartos, como esas tacitas plásticas, ¿ok? En la máquina de 40, 3 a 4 vasos, 1/3, 2 vasos, 1/3, 2 vasos, ¿ok? Queremos mezclar en layers, en mitad. Pues cuando empieza la máquina a rotar, ese polvo está por todas partes. Lo que ese polvo hace, excita los moléculas de los químicos y empieza a refregar bien fuerte, ¿ok? El químico rojo hace que porque han visto que hay 4 químicos, 5 ustedes tienen acá. El químico rojo hace que la tela se abra, ¿okay? En el químico de casa solamente hay el químico que se abre y el jabón. Por ejemplo, Tide es azul, es líquido, se pone, se va. Ves unas manchas verdes de gras, de zacate, y están, después que terminan, están limpias, pero está, en vez de estar verde oscuro, está verde claro. No salió la mancha completa. Pero aquí, en este caso, como es lavandería comercial, le podemos aumentar el rojo más y hagamos que la tela se abra, microscópicamente, pero se abre más. Da tiempo para que el jabón azul entre, se mezcle dentro de la tela y saca la mugre. Ahora, cuando se enjuaga, se encoge otra vez, y cuando sale la tela, esa mancha verde clara ya se fue, porque se abrió la tela más. Así es como funciona el químico. So, if we were to be washing soccer uniforms or football uniforms, then we have green stains from the grass. And you have a home machine, and you have Tide. In Tide, there is two chemicals mixed together. Okay, so you wash the linen or the uniform, and you see a green stain that's dark green, but then after you wash it, and it comes out of the machine, it's light green, because you did the surface on it, okay? And in our commercial laundry, we use the brake or soil buster, allows the linen to expand. Okay, so let's say we know that we have a lot of grass stains in there, or in this case, we know we have a lot of makeup, or whatever the stain may be. So we add more at a specific time of the red chemical, makes the linen get much bigger, much wider. It opens it up. Then the blue soap, the detergent, actually gets in between the weave, and then it picks up the grime, and then during the rinse cycle, it goes out the drain, goes away, and then when we rinse, the linen goes back to normal. Okay? So that's the beauty of commercial laundry, that we can gauge how much we put in there, because we know 90% of it is clean. We use very little. Okay, and then on the reclaim, we use a little more. And then after you guys do your one reclaim and no more, then I come in and I do a regular reclaim, which is the reclaim plus more other chemicals. So we open it up. In that case, what we do is we save some of the linen. What is unsavable, then that becomes rags. But only after we do it. We'd like you guys to try that for a month or two and see what you think. Okay? You should be saving some money. You should be saving some linens. And you should be getting more and more used to the way this works. Yellow stains, manchas amarillas. Okay? Las manchas amarillas son más aparentes en el verano. Okay? Yellow stains are more apparent in the summertime. They come from rust, they come from mineral oils, they come from suntan lotions. Las manchas amarillas vienen de moho, de aceites minerales, de masajes y de bronceadores. Los bronceadores, los aceites minerales tienen zinc oxide. Ese zinc oxide reflexiona la luz del sol, los rayos del sol, y no te quemas la piel. ¿Okay? Pero es metal. Cuando mezclas metal con cloro, se quema, reacciona. ¿Okay? Pero no se ve en la lavada. Una vez que se seca, salen amarillas como de plumón. ¿Han visto eso? Como de plumón, highlighter. So, yellow stains, as I was explaining, they come from rust, rusty water, mineral oils, and suntan lotions. Suntan lotions, mineral oils have zinc oxide. Zinc oxide is lo que hace. Start speaking Spanish. Zinc oxide is what reflects the sun rays, and you don't burn. But now they're waterproof. They're really waterproof. So you go in the water, you can come out, and it's still in your skin. So you're done at the beach or the pool, and you go take a shower, and now you're transferring the cream from your body onto the towels. That zinc oxide is metal. When you're washing whites, you gotta use bleach. When the bleach touches metal, it reacts, okay? And so when you dry it, it comes out looking like a highlighter yellow, okay? You've seen that, right? No? Yes? Okay. So don't panic. They happen more when there's warm weather. Hot weather, that's what happens. Okay? People use more suntan lotion, and that's where it comes from. To wash that, you use oxalic acid or a product called Ruscon. So it's the same procedure as the reclaim, except no other chemicals, just water. Okay, just water. And you use the same amount as you do the powder, the Aqua Blast, and in layers, and you wash them, and after they're washed through the system, the cycle, then you dry them, and then they can go to the rooms. They've already been washed once, so they can go back to the rooms.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I get to see. Cuando se lavan las manchas amarillas, se lavan con un polvo que se llama rust on. Es un polvo de ácido oxálico y se lava solamente con pura agua. No sé si tienen un ciclo allá que existe manchas amarillas. ¿Sí hay?
Para pura agua, sí.
Para pura agua. Igualmente, 2 tazas de Rascon, 1 tercio, 2 tazas, 1 tercio, etc. Pura agua, no químicos. Después que se lava y se secan, y después que se secan se pueden poner a los cuartos. No se tienen que relavar porque lo lavaron y desinfectaron la primera vez, por eso es donde salió las manchas amarillas. ¿Okay? So, ahora vamos a hablar de, we're going to go to housekeeping.
Okay, that's fine.
Vamos
But
a
we
hablar de
haven't lost laundry.
No,
We're still
vamos a
going
hablar de housekeeping y después, antes que termine, vamos a terminar porque es muy importante lo que hemos averiguado, ¿ok? Y te voy a ayudar para que eso no pase y para que puedas respirar bien a los 90, ¿ok? Okay. Now,
I didn't do
your
it.
turn. We're going to life you up now. So now we're going to talk about housekeeping, okay? And the first thing I want to ask you guys is, what do you think about the chemicals for your housekeeping? ¿Qué piensan de los químicos de los cuartos? ¿Tienen shower control? ¿No tienen shower control?
Shower control is not consistent.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I want to know.
What chemicals we have?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You have shower control,
Yes.
you have natural orange,
Yes.
you have lemon disinfectant, glass cleaner, and you have Aqua scent, room deodorizer. Okay? Let's take one at a time. What I'd like to know is how are you guys using the shower control? ¿Cómo usan el líquido para las tinas? How do you use it?
I use it in a foam sprayer.
Uh-huh. The foamer it's got the little long tip.
Right.
Okay. That is the correct one. Okay. Anybody else that's using the short tip, as they're spraying, is atomizing in the air and they're breathing in.
Okay.
That's no good.
Okay.
Okay. We supply you guys with foaming triggers and regular triggers. You guys may not know that you must use the foaming triggers
That
for
would-
shower control only.
Okay.
Okay. We don't want it to atomize. We don't want it to spray.
Very good.
Okay. Queremos que usen el atomizador que está haciendo quién. Porque si usan el otro, cuando haces spray,
Rosita, es que ¿verdad que tú estás usando el otro? Se te va más así, porque el
Sí.
otro hace espuma y no se te desbalaga tanto,
Sí.
porque es lo que miré que estás usando el otro.
primeramente,
Te cala más.
sí, si lo respiran, no te va a dañar, te vas a sentir inconfortable.
Sí.
No es bueno. Problema número 2, ¿ok? Lo que estás haciendo, sprayando, sales porque huele, eso fue pura casualidad, pero ese es el método correcto de usar el shower control. The shower control is designed for you to spray. The first thing you do when you walk into the room, you spray shower control, you smear it so that you get it all covered in the tub, wherever you like to use it. Then you walk away. Just go away, let the chemical work, okay? Go do the bed, clean the room, do the rest of the stuff. Come back and rinse.
Even can you do that on the glass shower doors?
Yes?
And it will dissolve any hard.
Whatever soap scum you have, because it's the only chemical that has acid.
Okay.
Okay, and so the sprayers that they're using is atomizing, and that's the first problem is that they're breathing in. That's no good. You have to use the foaming trigger, all shower control only. Okay, but the proper way is you go in, you spray the bathroom first, and walk away. Let the chemical work. 10-15 minutes later, you come and rinse. Technically, you shouldn't have to scrub. Okay, it's designed for you guys to let the chemical work in and out. Okay, así es que número 2, se spraya, deja que el químico trabaje, se enjuaga, técnicamente no tienen que tallar nada. Okay? The shower control is not consistent, you say.
Consistent.
Why do you say that?
Because sometimes I can use it to clean, and it will clean beautifully, and other times it doesn't.
Okay?
And we get it fresh every day.
You get what fresh?
The shower control.
A fresh bottle every day.
Every day.
Okay. The inconsistency on the chemicals, when you're pushing the button, if you see, okay, you see the little hoses that's bringing, do you see the hose, the chemical away from the center, or from the top of the dispenser, or is it farther back?
When you start the flow.
I never really paid attention to that.
Okay.
All I know is
Every time I pay attention to it, it's always where it's up close.
Very close?
It just takes a few seconds for it to kick in.
Okay, so it has to do with water pressure. It has to do with two things, water pressure, and if the chemical is not all the way up in that little hose, so when you put your bottle and you push the button, water is gonna go in automatically, first thing, okay? When the water flows, it creates an aspirant, it becomes a vacuum. It sucks the chemical in. You'll notice sometimes you hear the water flow and then it changes tones. Different, so like foam, okay? When the foam comes in, you hear the difference, that's when the chemical reached the injector and is now mixing at the proper rate. So, if you're having trouble with water pressure and the chemical not reaching the beginning of your injector, first thing you want to do is push the button. Don't put your bottle in there, because now you're filling more water
Okay.
and no chemical. Okay, so if you push the button first, wait for the tone to change. Now you have the right chemical concentration. Then put your bottle in, and now it's always going to fill to the same capacity or the same concentration. Sometimes, if the foot valve, okay, because gravity makes the chemical flow back to the bottle. Okay, and the same thing, you put your bottle in, you push the button, and you're filling with water. Meanwhile, the chemical is rising, and then finally goes in there and into the bottle. Now you have 90% water and 1%, the 10% chemical. Now you have a difference in color or dilution ratio. So that's where the inconsistencies come. So if you have more water, and there's no way for you to know because you're trained to just push the button and fill, and you're out there and you're working hard, and then you're spraying your bottle. Yeah, the chemical is not working. Yes, this is not because it's not in the bottle. You have more water and you diluted it way too much. So do we understand shower control?
Right.
Yes.
I need to change the.
Foaming triggers, number one. Consistency on your button, okay. Los atomizadores buenos, consistencia en los botones. Si empujan el botón y no escuchan el sonido que ha cambiado, no usen eso. Empujen el botón, que salga un poco del químico. Una vez que cambie el sonido, de ahí se te lo viene a prestar consistentemente en los químicos, ok. Y se spraya, salen, vienen y enjuagan. Eso es todo lo que se tiene que hacer. De vez en cuando un poquito de tallar. De vez en cuando, okay? So once in a while you might have to scrub a little bit, but you spray, you go do something else, let the chemical work for you, come back and rinse. Okay, so now Aqua scent, okay? Does not matter if it's apple, Febreze, cinnamon, whatever the scent may be. We recommend that we rotate the scent because your nose gets used to it. So you start spraying, and then all of a sudden you spray more, you don't smell it. When you spray it in the air, okay, it atomizes again and it dries. Cuando se spraya en el aire, se seca. Y cuando cae en la carpeta ya no hay olor. 2 or 3 squirts on the curtains, walk away.
Very good.
Forget it.
Okay, I
Okay?
understand now. Thank you.
Okay. Natural orange, you say you use natural orange? Naranja?
And I want to know where they're using the natural orange.
Ajá. ¿Estás usando el natural orange en sprayándolo?
¿El anaranjado?
Sí, el anaranjado.
Que se lo sprayas.
Sí.
Sprayando.
Al-
Si sprayas mucho, cuando lo mopeas, y cuando se seca va a ser pegajoso. Pero si lo sprayas poquito, se puede limpiar y no va a ser pegajoso. Lo más, porque es aceite de naranja. Si comen una naranja, sus manos están pegajosas, ¿no? Es que huele bonito, pero no lo tomes.
Algo yo le echo mucho que se limpie más.
Nada, ok, muy buena cosa. No es necesario usar bastante producto para limpiar más. Lo menos productos, mejor para limpiar porque no se acumula, no se pone pegajoso. So she's using spraying a lot.
Yo
So
sprayo, pero sprayo un poquito.
exactly, yeah. Si se spray, if you spray lightly, you can mop your floors and it'll be nice and clean. Okay. Too heavy, it's going to be sticky. It can be used on floors,
Okay.
but we like you spray it on the rag and then you wipe your furniture. You don't spray the rag. You spray on the rag and you wipe your furniture.
Right.
Se spraya en las garras y se limpian los muebles. Okay? All right. It's lemon odor disinfectant. It's a urine neutralizer. It gets rid of urine odor in your bathrooms. If you use that, you'll never have urine smell. Okay? It's also a disinfectant. It has BTC 2125, it's a quaternary ammonia. It continues to kill germs for up to 72 hours. So you can spray your rag, wipe your door handles, your telephone, your remote control, and let's say I'm using the phone and I have a cold and I sneeze, it reactivates the chemical, it continues to kill for 72 hours. The Glass Bright is a ready-to-use product. So that means that you can take it from your 1 gallon container, dump
And
it
just
into
put
your
it in
buddy
your buddy
jug,
jug.
and then you want to use it
There's
that
no
way.
dilution ratio
Okay.
needed.
There is dilution ratios if you want it to make it go longer, but if you have hard water,
Leave it.
then use
Leave
it,
it.
use it concentrated because now you're transferring calcium, magnesium onto your window. So why are we getting streaks on the window, on the glass? What the issue is that they're seeing these, not streaks, but these dots, this water droplets on the mirror. Okay, and so they can't get it cleaned, but what it is hard water that's sat there for a while. Of course,
From
that's
the splash
from the
of,
splash, and it's not. I thought they were talking about streaks.
Yeah.
Streaks
Oh,
usually come from hard water,
Right.
anyways, and that's why I asked, are you using dispenser or buddy
Gotcha.
jug? Buddy jug eliminates the hard water issues. If you have soft water, then you want to go through a dispenser because then it'll last you longer, use less chemical. Now, these water drops they're talking about is kind of like you see something in your car from a sprinkler
right,
or the house, and you can't get rid of them. Not even if you scrape them with, you have to use acid, flake off, and even then, maybe it's already into the pores, it's not going to come
Right.
out. So that's what they're seeing, and this is not a calcium, magnesium solvent that's going to remove them, but it's a glass cleaner. As long as the glass is clean, streaky clean, squeaky clean, then you're good. There's nothing you can do about the calcium that's on there. Eso está bien, no importa porque es calcio y magnesio del agua dura que se ha quedado. El limpiador de vidrios no es diseñado para limpiar eso. Tiene que usar ácido. Y tampoco el ácido que está en el shower control es fuerte suficientemente para limpiar esos. El ácido para el shower control es diseñado para disolver el jabón y las células de piel. Es muy importante tener las etiquetas en las botellas y el químico que está en las botellas tiene que identificar la etiqueta. Very important to have the chemical and the label to be the same. So whatever chemical is in that bottle, that's got to be the same label. No substitutions.
what happens if we do that?
$15,000 fine. If
How much in
somebody-
español?
Sí, vamos a decir si esta botella es un químico y no tiene etiqueta, $15,000 de multa, ¿ok? Por un caso. Ahora, okay. Los patógenos de sangre son cualquier líquidos que salen del cuerpo, orinas, popó, vómito, sangre, ¿ok? Si encuentran algo de sangre del tamaño, vamos a decir, de $1, tienen que cerrar el cuarto, avisar al supervisor y una persona entrenada tiene que entrar y sacar la ropa que está con sangre. Así es que es muy peligroso. Agujas de jeringas, si te ponchas el dedo, si tienes sida, eso te vas a infectar, ¿ok? Así es que con mucho cuidado. Vómitos igual, salir del cuerpo humano está contaminado.
Nos ha pasado muchas veces.
Hay muchos borrachos, pues.
Sí, bien feo que huele y allá andamos limpiando, sacando todo.
¿Qué usamos para desinfectar el vómito?
El amarillo. El amarillo.
Okay. So bloodborne pathogens is any secretion from the body. Blood, urine, feces, vomit, anything bigger than silver dollar, let's say, the room must be closed. Reported to the supervisor, and a trained person needs to go in there and remove the soil linens. If there's urine, feces, vomits, anything like that, I recommend you spray and kill the germs immediately, the surface germs, with the lemon disinfectant or Aqua. Either one of them works just fine. Okay. Now you need to have, and we'll send you I have one at the office. I should have brought it with me. I'm going to give you some bags. They're biohazard bags. I have them in my car. Don't let me forget. Okay. And the bloodborne pathogen kit contains a full face shield, a mask, like a surgical mask, the long gloves, booties, and an apron. The person that you train to go in there has to wear those items to go in there and clean the room. Let's say we have a lot of blood, okay? The blood has to be put into the bag, and then if it's cleanable or washable, that bag goes into the sink. You cut it open, you put it in there while you're still dressed, and you soak it in cold water. Always cold water, never hot. Okay, hot just sets the blood in more because it coagulates. Cold water loosens it up. Okay, then you can put it in and wash it in your washer after it's been rinsed. Now, if it's something that's so bad that you need to dispose, you can't dispose it in the trash. You have to call your hazardous waste management company. They'll have to come and get it. It's expensive, but that's the only way to dispose of it. Needles, do you have a sharps container?
We don't, but we'll get one for each one of their carts.
It's not necessary for each cart, but you have to have a place to,
Yeah,
you know.
right, insurance.
I like what you're
Insurance, like,
thinking.
yeah,
each cart.
insurance is required
Yeah.
that it goes on each
Oh,
cart.
there. Oh, nice. Perfect. Okay, I'll have to look
Yeah,
into
you
that.
can
Yeah,
get little-
perfect. That's good to know. So yeah, sharps container important. Biohazard bags important to have for the person that's going to be entering the room. Your employees need to know that the minute they see it, stop. Even if they move it and they see it, just the minute they see it, they have to stop. Okay. Así es que si entran al cuarto, están moviendo las sábanas, no lo han visto todavía, pero sacan, sangre, paran. Tienen que cerrar el cuarto y avisar inmediatamente. Okay. Okay. Igualmente con el vómito, con el popó, con el orines, con todo eso. Okay. Si miran y si entraron, usen esto inmediatamente para desinfectar. Okay. Si tocaron algo, pónganse la mano y se desinfectan con eso también. Okay.
Sí.
Es emergencia, pero después lávense bien, usen eso de las
Sí.
cosas Purell para las manos, para limpiarse, okay? Pero no los toquen. But it's important to not touch anything, especially if you have a puncture or you have a wound or something like that. Okay?